Hello everyone and welcome back to a Theme Park Worldwide news update. Now, as we've mentioned in various different videos, there's so much to be excited for in 2024 at various different theme parks all across the world. And we've already shared lots of exciting updates on projects opening this year. Now, there is a project that I've not spoke about for quite some time, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to film a video about it, look into some more details and bring you all of the latest news from it. And that is the new themed area opening at Emerald Park in Ireland. Now, this looks like it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We're going to have a look at the concepts again, go through some construction photos and all the information that we know about this new themed area. Now, before starting with that, just want to start off by actually saying about Emerald Park itself. It used to be known as Tayto Park and it was all based on the Tayto crisps. It was really quirky with that theme and name actually. Really enjoyed it when me and Charlotte went for the first time quite a long time ago now, and I actually went back a couple of years ago because obviously we knew the park was going to be changing its branding, so I made a trip out there just to kind of see it and document it one last time with the Tayto crisp branding. But for last year 2023 the park did their big rebranding. Love the new logo, new name, and all the branding throughout the park changed to Emerald Park, and I've got to say it looks brilliant what they've done with it. Not quite as fun and quirky of course as it was based around the crisps, but what they've done here is more about the long term for the park itself and expanding it with more themed worlds, and I can see now why they wanted to do that, especially with the details of this new themed area. Now, this project was actually first announced back in 2019, so quite a long time ago now really, in the grand scheme of things. We're in 2024, aren't we? But yeah, they first planned to build 2 new roller coasters at the park in 2019. However, unfortunately, they didn't actually get the planning permission to build them, mainly because of like sound restrictions in the area and that sort of thing. And with planning permission, it can take time, can't it, to sort these things out. Luckily though, they put in the positioning again by literally moving the location of the coasters, changing the position really of where they were going to go, and then of course the plan application got accepted, which is fantastic. Now, originally they were planned to open last year in 2023, and I think the original plan was to open this new themed area with the 2 coasters and a flat ride, kind of for the relaunch of the park into Emerald Park. That would have certainly made sense. However, these things happen and they had to change. I'm just grateful that they got the planning permission to actually build this anyway, because it looks like it's going to be great. Now, last year they actually revealed more information about this area and also the rides that are going to be featured within it. And of course, many of you may already have seen concepts and even construction photos. We just wanted to kind of tie it all together and talk about this project because we'll definitely be heading out there and covering it. And that's the thing, Emerald Park is brilliant. They've got a huge wooden coaster that's a great ride, some other fantastic flats, and overall it's a great day out, and you can tie it in with a visit to Dublin as well in Ireland, which is great. And I did that a couple of years ago. So I'm sure a lot of you, with it being very close to the UK and especially Northern Ireland, you know, just across the border into Ireland itself, it's a nice easy one to get to. A lot of cheap flights from the UK, you can get the ferry over, and if you fancy an alternative theme park visit this year, then Emerald Park is a good one to definitely go and check out, and we will certainly be there for this new area. Now, it's going to be called, excuse my pronunciation, I'll try my best for you all, Tir na Nog is the new area name, and that basically means Land of Eternal Youth. This is going to be the first fully themed area within the park. Now, they've got some great rides like their water rides or Viking themed, and it's excellent. And same with the wooden coaster, that's got some good theming around, especially at the start of the queue line, but they're not themed areas, they're themed rides within the park. This is a full immersive land, Tir na Nog, which I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all plays together. I mean, the concept art for this that was revealed last year does look fantastic, and you can see the 2 coasters on there, and also there's going to be a flat ride as part of the area too, which I'll get onto in just a moment. Now, of course, with this you're going to be able to embark into the other world full of mythical adventure where nothing is quite as it seems. You're going to be able to discover ancient ruins, you can see them in the concept art, secret passages and treasure troves around every corner. Now that sounds really exciting, and just from the concept that you can see, and by now it's well under construction. I mean, all the theming looks like it's just been finished off now, which is really good. You ahead of this opening at some point in the spring. But yeah, I'm really liking the look of the fact it's going to be this world that you can walk around, get lost down different passageways and areas, instead of it just being the two coasters and one path. You've got like sort of little secret pathways and sort of things, which looks really good from the design of this one. This is a huge investment by Emerald Park of 20 million euros on the two coasters, the flat ride and the area. And that's the thing, the whole park has been expanding a lot over the past few years. So the fact they've done this, it's practically been built on what was a field before. So you've got all that infrastructure, what's had to go in as well. Things like, all the pipes underground, pathways, facilities to go into the area. And that's the thing with it being such an expensive development for them. They've had to think of all this infrastructure. There was nothing really on that plot of land before. So obviously that's what increases the cost. And all the theming they've gone for, that's the thing. They could have just been like, oh, we're just going to, put these rides in and not really theme them. But no, they're going full on with the theming, which is really good to see. And it's a 6.5 acre plot of land that's being developed. Now, the two coasters are currently unnamed, but they are both being manufactured by Dutch company Vekoma, and they've gone for the suspended thrill coaster and the family boomerang. So a thrill ride and a family ride. The good thing is with Vekoma, they can sell these as a package now and they interact with each other. We've seen that at Tripsdrill in Germany, and if you check out our vlog that we filmed last year on our Halloween road trip, we rode those. They're beautifully themed, really nice interaction with each other. This is a similar thing that we're seeing here, of course, just with slightly different layouts to the rides. And with this, it looks like it's actually going to have even more theming around than the Tripsdrill two Vekoma coasters that interact with each other. Now, the suspended thrill coaster is also going to feature 5 inversions, which is going to be great. A top speed of 55 miles an hour throughout 2,450 feet of track. So a good length to it. What's great about the Vekoma suspended thrill coaster, it's basically their next generation SLC. You know my thoughts on SLCs, a lot of you probably feel the same. They're not very comfortable rides, they're not that enjoyable at all. Well, what Vekoma have done with the new suspended thrill coasters is brilliant. New style Vekoma rides are amazing. They're really up there with some of the other best manufacturers in the world. So it's good to see them develop the model. And yeah, the STC is brilliant. It's smooth, it's forceful, it's got lap bars as well, and it's a really enjoyable overall experience. Yeah, that's going to be a nice ride opening at Emerald Park. Then, of course, you got the family boomerang, a model that we're much more familiar with. We've seen a lot of these sold around the world. And bear in mind, this will only be the second of the suspended thrill coasters, so there's not loads of them compared to the boomerangs. But this will feature 780 feet of track, 37 miles an hour top speed. And of course, with the family boomerangs, they head up a lift hill, drop down, go forwards, up a spike, and then come back through the layout to the station. Really good fun family rides, but what will make this special, much like the ones at Tripsdrill in Germany, they'll have that interaction between the other, which will definitely add to the experience. Now, along with that, track for the coasters started arriving in June last year. Track's long been completed now, theming work's taking place, and yeah, here's a few construction photos just that you can see for it. And yeah, it looks really nice. The colour scheme looks fantastic. I can't wait to see this kind of castle completed all around it. I know that's under construction right now, and all the theming is going to be getting finished off on there. And then also, you can just see, the whole area is quite big. I imagine there's going to be lots of landscaping going in, making it feel really immersive. 20 million euro investment is a lot of money to spend, but I look forward to getting out there and seeing it. The good thing with this park, if you wanted to, you can just do a day trip here from the UK, from England, especially, you can fly straight over, really nice and easy, or you can make a weekend of it, go and enjoy Dublin, and go and see this park, which isn't really that far away from Dublin. I think it's about 40 minutes or so, but there's also bus transport that runs from the centre too. And I did that with a travel vlog last year, the year before. I keep thinking we're in 2023. Yeah, 2 years ago it will be this year since I did that. But yeah, we'll definitely be back out there to Emerald Park, formerly Tayto Park, in 2024. In terms of when this is going to open, spring this year. Seems like May could be the opening for this one, and that'll mean there'll be 6 coasters to enjoy at Emerald Park. So yeah, that's really good to see with this big expansion. 2 big rides opening, one for families, one for thrill seekers, but in an immersive themed land. There's also going to be that flat ride that I mentioned, and that's going to actually be a wave swinger. So yeah, it's nothing like spectacular, but it's a good family ride, and that'll fit in really nicely into this area. A wave swing, you'll be able to spin round and enjoy the views of the different coasters. Now let me know your thoughts on this expansion. It's Tir na nog at Emerald Park in Ireland. We'll definitely be checking it out this year. Will you? Let me know your thoughts down below in the video comments. Thanks for joining me here on Theme Park Worldwide, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.